Yeah, dear students. Yeah, dear students, am I audible? Yeah, dear students, am I audible? Yeah, students, am I audible?
Evening, my dear student. Today, Krishna are going to do presentation on audio processing with AI. So, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. I will start the session.
Start this.
Yeah, dear students, this is Vamshi Krishna from SAK Informatics. So, now I am going to give you the brief introduction on the recent trends in the audio processing. So, nowadays, usually, what are the major modalities? Like image is one of the, yes, I will coming to the point. Like audio, usually image is a one of the major modality or one of the important input. So usually most of the data transfer will happen in terms of the images. As in our regular communication applications, we are going to deal with the various image processing applications. But apart from the images, another important modality is there, that is called as the audio processing. That is called as the audio processing. So in this session, we are going to discuss on the audio processing, why it is important compared to the image processing. So if we consider the good olden days in the communication technology, if you consider the good olden days in the communication technology. The communications technology starts from like a 2G communications or 3G communications or 4G, like advanced forms of communication, which are started with a basic voice communications. First way of the information transfer is voice or speech or audio. Then only we came up with the solutions like a image or video. So voice is the one of the preliminary way compared to the image processing or video processing. So that voice, through the voice or voice data only, we can able to share the maximum number of content. Maximum information can be shared over the voice only. Nowadays also such kind of voice processing becomes a one of the most important or one of the most critical applications. For example, it can be useful in the assistive technology and keyword spotting, voice and speaker recognitions, sentiment detections, and speech synthesis, speech to text conversions, and text to speech conversions. Now, in this session, we are going to give the all the detailed different types of applications. Just I gave the brief introduction now. So we are going to analyze what exactly voice and speech recognition, what exactly sentiment detection. Like in this session, we are going to discuss on the different types of applications. For all those applications, we are going to discuss on the what are the Python packages available, because in the real time we need to implement these kind of applications by using various types of packages. So for that packages, here we are going to discuss with the different types of the Python packages are available to implement these kind of voice processing applications. So before going to the Python packages, first we need to have the different types of the features available in the voice communications or speech processing. So firstly, there are common features or continuous features. Continuous features. According to the continuous features, we usually, whatever the communication we are going to have, it is going to have the pitch. In regular words, we will call it as a amplitude. Energy. Energy means it's a mass or strength of the signal. Duration. Duration is considered as a frequency of the signal. Formant. Formant is much important feature, because through the formant only we are able to differentiate one person recognition to the another person, or simply one word pronunciation will be different from the another word pronunciation with the help of the formants only. So now we are going to analyze the any application by implementing such kind of these kind of features. Then after we are going to focus on the voice quality features. Thereafter we are going to focus on the voice quality features, as the voice will be clarity. If for example in the real time scenario, due to the audio, the real time scenario in the environmental resources, we are going to get the lot of noises and lot of disturbance. Due to these noises and disturbances, we are unable to extract the proper features. So the voice quality features also plays the major role. Then after, spectral and vocal tract features. Spectral as well as vocal tract features. They are also going to provide the, they are also going to place the major role. Yeah. Somebody I think raised the hand. Is there any query? So then after, spectral or vocal tract features also going to plays the major role. So according to the spectral features, they internally going to consider the spectrum frequency, or each and every person will have each separate unique frequencies or formats. Those kind of analysis are going to extracted by, so linear predictive coefficients, for example LPC, linear frequency coefficients, and these Miller frequency coefficients. Like that, these are the some of the advanced features. TO based features are, these are environmental specific features which are generated based on the energy properties. Like this, different features are extracted from the voice or audio signal. Now it's important that if we implement any program, any Python program, these features must be extracted properly. If we implement any Python program, we need to take care that, or we need to be have awareness or idea that these features must be extracted properly. Without extracting these features, we further can't able to process or communicate the analysis or application. So extracting the features also plays the major roles. Now we are going to discuss on the what are the major problem in extraction of those features. So the problems in the extraction of those features. First, in continuous features. So the continuous features are majorly affected by the computational complexity issues. So due to the complexity of the temporal data or temporal variations or frequency variations, so these features are very difficult to extract. Then after voice quality feature, as I said now, these features are majorly affecting by the noise and surrounding disturbances and echoes. Echoes also causes to the these kind of features damaged. So like that, these features, voice quality features. Then after spectral features or vocal features are corrupted by the improper filtering, that is due to high dimensional representations and background micro noises. So due to the micro noises also, the spectral or vocal tract features are getting affected. Then after these trigger energy operator based features are highly depending on the speech data sets. It is changed based on the signal echo properties. Like that, these features are extracting the while extracting these features, we are getting a lot of problems. So to overcome these problems, we are coming with a solution called Python packages. Python packages. Here there are the different Python packages are available. So by learning these Python packages, we can overcome the problems presented in extracting the all type of speech features. If we able to analyze these applications of these Python package, we can able to implement any real world applications like these kind of applications. So for example, some of the packages are Librosa. This is the one of the Python package. It is used to extract the all the spectral features. PyDub is the Python package which is used for audio manipulation. Sound file, wave files are the basic wave file handling features. Then after FFmpeg, it is the audio format. It is the audio format connection, conversation Python packages. Then packet mix is the online speech recognition. Next, deep speech is the neural speech recognition. PyWorld is the vocoder based synthesis. Not only this, there are a lot of other text to speech, speech to text, and other different Python packages also available. So if you perfectly able to recognize or if you perfectly able to use these Python packages, we can able to implement any kind of speech processing application, because there has been less research on the speech processing application compared to the image processing and data processing applications. There has been less research is going on the audio processing applications compared to the image processing and other processing applications. Now we are discussing about the AI in smart homes and IoT applications. AI in smart homes and IoT applications with respect to the speech recognition. With respect to the speech recognition. For example, an intruder is want to enter into our home. An intruder want to enter into our home. So those kind of intruder response is alert get responded by the PIR sensors, buzzers, light, Raspberry Pi, relay. These kind of real-time hardware devices are available. These hardware devices are interlinked with the software protocols like MQTT protocols, API, Google Assistant based application phase interface protocols, and other advanced protocols. So these protocols are we are going to user going to communicate with the hardware, user going to communicate through the voice controlling environment. Once the user is going to communicate with the voice controlling environment, Then after he can able to get the alerts, all kind of alerts, and he can able to give the voice commands, and he can get the output as a voice alerts. So these kind of all these applications requires the audio processing. Audio processing. Their first thing, user audio must be recognized. User audio must be recognized, and the proper text, the user audio need to be converted to text. According to the text, the processing must be take care. So here the Raspberry Pi contains the Python programming language, which is going to implement the AI applications, which is going to implement the AI applications. Then after it avoids the intruder, it is going to take the actions. Like that, AI in smart homes and IoT applications plays the major role in a real time. So nowadays, home automation becomes a very regular thing. For example, turn on, hello Alexa, turn on light, or hello Alexa, turn on AC. Like that, we can able to perform the turn on lights, turn off the lights, turn on fans, turn off the fans, and other all kind of other applications using these kind of automations, which is possible only with AI and AI with audio processing. Only AI can't able to perform any action. It must need to have a proper recognition of the input. So there we are creating a research problem. That problem is nothing but audio feature extraction. We are giving the solution with pre-processing advanced Python packages. Then after audio in speech recognition, consider the smart vehicles, consider the any vehicle applications. Nowadays in the vehicle applications, when only if it is in the driving mode, when only if it is in the driving mode, the user can't able to access the screen, in the screen presented in the car. That is touch screen presented in the car. He can able to access the car only with voice command during the driving, to avoid the accidents, to avoid the accidents. For example, either Tata or BMW, like in the cars, while in the driving, we can able to voice recognition only applicable. We can't able to manipulate the screen presented in the front seat. So, like that, speech recognition also plays the major role in all kind of virtual assistants, virtual assistant applications, and dictation based softwares, dictation based softwares. So in those applications also, audio processing with Python packages plays the major role. Next, AI in voice assistance. This is also our very regular applications. For example, Apple. In the Apple, we usually able to control the Apple devices like iPhones using the Hey Siri. Then after, we can able to control the Windows devices using Hey Cortana. Like that, Alexa and OK Google and Hey Bixby. These are the some of the well-known voice assistant devices. Here, majorly, they are going to recognize the word. Here, Hey Siri is the word of the user. Whenever we pronounce the Hey Siri, it instantly recognize the voice, and voice to text conversion will be takes place. Then after, it is going to perform. Here, how it exactly works. It works based on the wake word detection, the working principle mechanism, the working principle, the working methodology behind these applications are wake word detection. So this wake word detection entirely implemented using the audio processing as well as AI integration with the Python programming languages. Like that, we are going to perform the different types of analysis. Then after, AI for emotion detection in speech. AI for emotion detection in speech. So global, in the global market, if we look at this statistics, if we look at this statistic, global markets are running towards the emotion detection from the voice signals. Emotion detection from the voice signals or recognition. Because whenever in the person is in the terrible situations, his emotion is represented by only with the voice. First, it is represented by the voice, not from the images. So, lot of advanced models, AI models in the different types of fields are introducing the speech recognition with respect to the emotion detection. So this emotion recognition majorly useful in the applications for customer service and mental health monitoring, customer service as well as mental health monitoring. In those applications, we must and recognize the emotion of the customers or patients. Then only we can able to give the proper requirement to that particular patient. Like that, if we able to recognize the emotion of the patient from his voice expressions, then only we can give the proper treatment. Like that, these emotion recognition applications are going to study the tone and pitch, and it is going to detect the emotions. Usually how exactly it is going to perform, it is consisting of the data set. Here it is going to consisting of the data set. The data set is going to again consisting of the different types of emotion. For example, in this scenario, here one of the example image is presented with the three emotions like happy, shocked, sad. So these three emotions are identified. These three emotions are identified from the test data. For that, the Python package is the emotion AI. Whenever the user data is applied, whenever the user data is applied with the help of the emotion AI Python package, it is going to understand the emotion of the speech and recognize the output as the either happy or shock or sad. It also recognize other applications also. Then after AI, another application, AI powered speech synthesis, that is text to speech conversion. Text to speech conversion in all kind of audiobook creation, or kind of audiobook creation in film applications where the subtitles are generated automatically. The subtitles are generated up automatically. So those kind of subtitle generations, we need to convert the text to speech. For example, in the YouTube platform, for any video, we can create an automatic subtitles irrespective of the availability of the data. For example, in some movies, only the subtitles available only we can able to recognize. But in case of other platforms, we can automatically generate a text to speech and speech to text as well. So those kind of speech synthesis applications, we require the we require the analysis. For this, the simple Python package is the GTTS, Google Text to Speech Conversion, or it will also perform the reverse operation, that is speech to text conversion also it is going to do. So if you look at these statistics, by the 2032 year, the global market running towards the 11.1 billion dollars, 11.1 US billion dollars. That is huge amount in the market of the text to speech or speech to text conversions. So like that, there is this much of growth rate presented in the AI based speech synthesis applications. So then after AI in healthcare. So with the help of the speech recognition, we can also perform the diagnosis. For example, COVID-19. If we consider the COVID-19 also identified from the speech data or pulmonary sounds. So based on the pulmonary sounds and speech data, the COVID-19 will be easily identifiable. Here, the detecting the cognitive disorders and different types of applications, because from the not only this one, from the lung sounds and from the different sounds, we can able to identify the diseases. Not only remember the predictive modeling. The predictive modeling is not only applicable for the disease diagnosis. It is also applicable for the fault diagnosis in the industries. If we consider the industry also, there the robotic equipments also going to generate the different sounds. From the sound analysis, we can able to recognize the different types of faults. Similarly, autonomous vehicles, electrical vehicles also consisting of the sound based fault diagnosis environments, where the from the sound properties we are going to identify the different types of the faults. Like that, these diagnosis predictive maintenance, either in the human beings or in the different events, acoustic event classification, where we are going to detect the different types of events from the text, events from the speech data, whether it is a dog barking sound, whether it is a vehicular sound, whether it is a human speech or other sounds are identified from the speech recognition application. Such kind of analysis is also the growth rate in those applications also very high. By the year of 2030, the growth rate will become maximum. It will become around 3 billion US dollars, 3 billion US dollars. Like that. For this kind of speech processing applications, we are going to use the Librosa based Python package. Librosa based Python package. And then after AI in sentiment analysis, AI in sentiment analysis. According to the AI in sentiment analysis, we are going to use the call center analysis. In the call centers, we are going to perform the different types of emotion recognition. In emotion recognition, here it is first going to perform the speech recognition, speech recognition. Then after speech to text, where words will be analyzed and phrases will be analyzed. Speech to text, it is going to perform words analysis as well as phrases analysis. Then after we are going to perform the pre-processing operation. In the pre-processing operation, we are going to perform the error correction and filler of phrases. According to the filler of phrases, is there any missing phrases are available? Those missing phrases are removed and corrected. Then correcting the errors is also important. Then after standardizing, we are all going to make the uniform standardization. Then after we are going to apply the advanced lexicon and machine learning and pattern based analysis. In the lexicon and machine learning, we are going to use the Python packages called scikit-learn and other advanced Python packages. By help of these Python packages, we are going to detect the different sentiment patterns. Then, based on these sentiment patterns, we are going to generate the average score. We are going to generate the average score and emotional trends and emotional patterns. Such kind of applications are possible. Then after another application, AI for multilingual speech translation. That is one voice source to another voice, like it's called as a voice cloning. Nowadays, in filming applications, usually voice cloning becomes the one of the primary tasks. So if any singer is not presented on the time, if any singer is not presented on the time, what we are going to do? We are going to perform the voice cloning. Such kind of voice cloning applications also very much trending. It is majorly used in the scenario called Google Translations or Microsoft Translators or any other translators. If we consider the translation applications, there the voice cloning is the one of the primary applications. So, like that, voice source language is considered. The source language is detected. The according to the input source language, it is going to detect the what type of language we are speaking, whether we are speaking the Telugu or English or Hindi. Then after, as per the recognition, it is going to perform the ASR, automatic speech recognition. The source language, it is converted into text as per the source language. Whatever the input text is available, according to that, it is going to perform the source language conversion. Then after machine translation, so it is going to perform the one language to another language, text to source language to target language, Telugu to English, English to Telugu, or one voice to another voice. Like that, voice cloning also part of a speech translations. Like that, target language. Then after text to speech. Then after we are going to get the target language and target voice. Here we can able to input the advanced input. We can able to input the other target languages also. Like that, we are going to perform the automatic voice translation applications. Then after, AI for security and authentication. AI for security and authentication. AI also used in the biometric based securities. like that. If we use, usually we are going to perform the fingerprint based biometric or or face recognition based biometric, but these fingerprint or face recognition biometrics are easily attackable or easily clonable, where it is accessed by other users easily. But speech recognition is somewhat difficult, because if any other person are going to perform the mimicry operation also, it is quite difficult to perform, or it is quite difficult to extract the biometric. Here one of the example scenario: voice extract with the help of the sensor modules. Here the sensor modules are microphone. The microphone is going to consider the voice. The microphone is going to consider the voice, or going to receive the voice. Then after voice template creation, each and every user have a unique voice template. The user one or the speaker one voice template, it is not matched with the speaker two, because the speaker one voice frequency, the speaker one voice phase, and the speaker one voice format is not matched with the another speaker. So as these formats are not matched, here we are going to perform the AI based voice authentication systems. So the AI is going to analyze the different types of the speaker data. So then after he is going to perform the AI voice verification with database templates. Then after, if the voice is does not match the blockchain security protocol, if the voice does not match, then after blockchain security protocol will going to log the entire database. Here the database is secured by the advanced cloud computing protocols like blockchain protocols or other protocols. If voice is accepted, the voice is accepted or voice is matched, then only the blockchain protocol. Because audio processing with blockchain is a trending technology. Audio processing with a blockchain is a trending technology. The blockchain is security code will be granted. It is going to grant the access to the, it is going to grant access to the cloud environment. Like that we are going to perform the real time analysis. So these are the some of the statistics where we are having. So in the real time voice biometrics for authentication, there is a high requirement of the authentication. Personalization in customer engagement, there is also we require the voice authentication protocols. But what are the major problems? What are the major problems? High investment and implementation costs. Due to the high implementation and investment cost, we are less working on this kind of voice based applications. Next, it is having the problems with the lack of standardization, because there is no such standard protocol to implement all the voice recognition devices. Different types of devices is going to use the different voice protocols. Then after, voice with smart home devices, also nowadays in the market there are a lot of opportunities in the voice in the smart home devices with biometric securities, voice based biometric security. For example, in my home it is going to recognize, we can put a feature like that: any voice or only my voice, any voice or only my voice. Whenever we are in the only single in the home, we are going to put a feature like, or we are going to enable the only my voice, then only it is going to accept the my voice. If any relatives are come to our home, we are going to put a mode like any voice. Like that, based on the requirement we can change voice to voice. Based on the requirement we can change voice to voice. But whenever we are going to lock our home, at that time we are going to recognize only our voice feature. That voice also can be transferred over the IoT devices while we are in the home. And while we are in the home and our home is attacked by the some intruder, we are in the office, then also we can control all the devices from the office through this kind of biometric security based protocols. These voice applications also applicable security protocols needed for the patient identification in the healthcare sector. There is also high trending demands are required. So like this, these kind of the applications. Then after, AI in education for enhancing the learning with speech processing. So AI for the tutors for pronunciation, proper pronunciation and real-time translation of online learning. This kind of analysis is much needed. So, this AI in education is much needed for inclusive educations and interactive learning. Whenever we are going to, for example, ChatGPT is the one of the interactive learning environment nowadays. Whatever the question we are going to give, it is going to give the instant answer in terms of the NLP, where we can there in the ChatGPT we can able to give the voice command also as a question. Such for that kind of voice commands also, it is going to give the output as a textual data or voice data. Sometimes it can also give the outcome as a voice data. Such kind of interactive learning environments, we require this kind of analysis. Inclusive education. According to the inclusive education, wherever the less opportunities are there to read or to pronounce a words, to understand the data, in such kind of analysis also we require the this kind of audio processing applications to improve the administrative efficiency and to improve the data analytics performance and to give the teacher support. These kind of voice processing applications are much needed. Then after, AI for media and entertainment. AI for media and entertainment. So according to the AI for media and entertainment, there are different types of generated voices are usually and automatic captioning systems, and in gaming also, in gaming sector also, the voice are all are synthetic voices. The gaming sector also, the voices generated are the synthetic voices. In music processing applications, in order to generate the new tunes, in order to generate the new tunes, in order to perform the mixing of the tunes, there we require the audio processing. In order to perform the audio books, there we require the audio processing applications with AI and advertisement. In order to get attracted the people, we require the AI based advertising, AI based film and TV analysis. So such kind of applications, all such kind of applications, we require this kind of analysis. Finally, in the AI with robotics and human mission interactions. Correct. For example, if you look at this example on annotations, here a person with speech, then the speech recognition device, then the speech recognition device with contains a microphone is going to recognize the speeches. Then after it is going to respond to the speech person from the speaker, but that particular device is already interconnected with the machine like computer model. It is going to understand the speech recognition and speech to text conversions and large language modelings and large speech synthesis models are integrated with the computers. The computer is again going to respond with the speech, and that robotic arms are going to respond back to the user. Like that, AI in the robotics and human machine interactions, AI in chatbots and humanoid robots, there we require the high level understanding of the voice commands. So such kind of applications we require, these kind of all these are the different applications. Now to implement all this, now these are the one of the basic applications. To implement all this application, we require a proper programming language. That programming language is the Python programming language. With the help of the Python programming language, with the help of these Python packages like Librosa and PyDub and Wave and Deep Speech and Wave to Wake and PyWorld and Parcel Mouth, these kind of Python packages are much needed, which are useful for the implementing all these voice processing applications. Not only these are the Python packages, there are other advanced Python packages like TensorFlow and Keras and Scikit-learn. These are all the Python packages and PyTorch. TensorFlow, Keras, Scikit-learn, and PyTorch. These are all the Python packages which are needed to implement the all kind of AI applications. So this is about the brief introduction or brief lecture on the AI with audio processing. Yeah, students. Yeah, if you have any doubts, I will give you the 5 minutes QA, question and answer sessions. Please unmute yourself and respond with your questions. Ask any kind of doubts regarding this audio processing sessions. Feel free to ask, and I am going to ready to answer all your queries. Yeah, as this is a guest lecture, you must should ask the questions, and you should get interacted with the resource person. Then only you can able to learn the you can able to share the knowledge. Yeah. Thank you, Principal Sir, and thank you, Penchal Sir, and thank you, Suresh Sir, for giving me the opportunity to share this domain knowledge on the audio processing with AI and Python for the students. Thank you, sir.